Hey there crew, it's Mark from Mark Your Pages, and in today's video, I'm going to show you 4 ways to create interesting drop shadows using different materials inside of your bullet journal and your planners. Our materials for today, you are going to need your journal, a pad of paper, a ruler. I'm going to be using the Archer and Olive one today. We also are going to need a fine liner, pencil, or pen, whatever you're looking for. And then we're going to have some fun with different materials. I'm going to be using 2 different acrylographs to create a really cool pattern drop shadow inside of our planners today. We're going to be using the collagraphs as well. And one of my new favorite things is to use washi inside of your journal to create drop shadows. We're going to start easy just using our fine liner today. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the stencil that's already a part of this ruler here. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just draw out this rectangle shape here. I've gone ahead and wrote title inside of here. You could write your name or anything else that you need. And to create a really easy drop shadow, we're just going to use just this fine liner to do it. I'm going to go ahead and move over about 2 squares over from the left, and I'm going to draw a line straight down. And then I'm going to go 1 square down from the top over here on the right hand side, and I'm going to go ahead over about half a square there. Now I can go ahead and meet those 2 at these line points, both horizontally and vertically. And then what I like to do is just do diagonals across here. You could also color this in if you wanted to, but I think the patterns look really fun and interesting on the page. Make it a little bit more interesting by coloring in your title, or you could even do the same thing for your drop shadow too if you wanted to. All right, for our next drop shadow, we're going to go ahead and use this long rectangle here and to create a box for ourselves. And for this one, we're going to use our acrylograph pens. We're going to do the same type of thing we just did before, except I'm going to go ahead and draw this shape on the left-hand side. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to color in this whole space with our first color. Once that color is dry, we're going to take our second color and we're going to go ahead and we're going to create really cool and easy polka dots on here to create a little bit of a different pattern drop shadow. Because the acrylograph colors are so opaque, you can easily layer over top of them and get a really cool looking pattern. If you want to create cool colored drop shadows, but you don't want to go through the whole process of taking out your acrylographs, you can do the same thing with your collagraph pens. Using the brush end, I'm going to go ahead and brush over about 1 square over from the left-hand side here on the bottom. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here on the right, about 1 square down. You can keep it one color, or again, I love layering these colors together to create really cool textures and patterns. All right, the last one I'm going to show you today is honestly one of my new favorite ways to use washi inside of my journal. I always find really hard times. How do I use different types of washi in here if I'm not layering them? Well, drop shadows are a really easy way to do that. You can do that with a thinner washi, lining it up, doing the same exact thing that we just did before, moving it over just a little bit to the bottom or a little bit to the left or the right. Then you've created a really cool layered box. And if you want to be even more dramatic, you can use an even thicker washi to really accentuate that box and drop shadow. Be sure to tag me at Mark Your Pages if you're using any of these skills inside of your bullet journals and planners. I absolutely love to see how you use the skills and the tips that I do inside of these videos inside of your own bullet journal and planners.